All right, guys, welcome back to the ESR presented by Xbox One, the official console of Major League Gaming. Puckett here with Max and Jack, a.k.a. Senator Dunlop, and we're about to go into the Quickscope. Today, I get to be the moderator.
Oh!
You two are duking it out.
Let's have it.
For everyone who is now just joining us, this is a fan interaction segment. We want you guys to decide, who do you agree with? Is it young Max here? Or is it Senator Jack? All you gotta do, hashtag Quickscope Max, hashtag Quickscope Matt, or excuse me, Jack.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Look, he's already biased.
There are people who put hashtag Quickscope like Max in the chat. No, tweet it.
No, guys.
Tweet it.
Hashtags don't belong in chats.
I need all my votes.
Yeah, you're going to.
He wants question one, he said.
All right, let's start off. Question one. Does that mean Jack goes first?
Oh, all right, hold on. Rock, paper, scissors, decide who
That's
gets...
so long. Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. Oh, all right, he goes first.
Yo, he just got you.
Okay, he goes, rock, oh, you
No,
going rock?
right,
Okay, paper.
Wait, Chris wanted to read the question. Sorry, don't interrupt him, please.
If Formal, Crim 6, and Scump split up and started their own teams, who would each pick up?
So I saw this question on Reddit today. I'm surprised Karma was not in there. They just said Formal, Crimson, and Scump.
Yeah, so do you want to pair these guys up, or are you saying they have to make 3 independent teams?
No, I'd say it's 3 independent teams.
Wow.
I mean, you want to just pick one player and make a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, who are you, and what team are you making?
You want to go first?
Yeah, all right, I'll go first. My name is Seth Abner, a.k.a. Scump.
Hello.
Hello, young
I
Seth.
am the, unfortunately, things didn't work out with Formal and Crim 6. They had to leave the Optic Gaming brand. So as the Optic Gaming captain, I'm keeping Karma on board. And I'm going to pick up 2 players. Those 2 players are Clayster and Clayster
Yep.
and TP. And that's my new lineup.
Why TP, young Scump?
Well, because honestly, I feel that Clayster is going to play much more of a slaying role. We don't need him inside that hard point. We're going to let Damon just rock the bow all day long. Teep going to sit inside that hard point.
Wait, what? Okay, keep going.
No. I'm changing up the whole meta.
Okay,
changing
keep
up the whole meta.
No, I like this. Keep going. No, I like they're changing up. I like they're changing it up.
I'm sorry, I'm the team captain here.
Yeah, go ahead, team captain.
Teep is going to start rocking that ASM1 as much as possible. Inside that hard point, he'll be the one to switch the bow when needed, when we need 3 bows to be run, like the bottom dirt hard point on possibly retreat. And I'm going to keep rocking that sub, stay in the similar role that I have, and we're going to dominate anyone.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Now that you brought on Teep and Clayster, who's your shot caller on the team? Because you don't have Crim 6.
Honestly, this was something that we were thinking a lot about. And as you can see already, Crim 6 was our big shot caller with this squad. Even at Cali, when I got a little flustered after we lost series number 1 up against FaZe, Crim was really the one who calmed me down. Same with Formal, but unfortunately, both those players have left the organization. They've gone back to go pro in Halo, so the player who's really going to be calling the shots for us has to be Clayster. He's that vocal leader. He's explosive. He feeds off the energy just like I do. TP, just going to kind of play around, making sure he gets that objective done and stays more quiet on the lineup. He's our person who keeps us level-headed.
So you think your guy who's going to hang out in the back can also make the play calls in terms of the objective up front?
It's going to be Clayster.
Just confirming it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm confident in my world champion on my lineup.
All right.
And now going back to Black Ops 3, we're going to be dominant.
Young Scump making his decision here.
I think I'm already winning.
Max, who are you?
My name
Yeah?
is Ian Crim 6 Porter, a.k.a.
Crim 6 Porter.
the best Call of Duty player ever. What are you typing over there?
Matt thinks I said Clayster would be in the hard point. That's exact opposite of what I said.
I will be picking up.
Matt, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
He said that.
So my name is Crim 6. Unfortunately, Scump has retired and Formal has decided to take his talents elsewhere.
Wow.
And I will be keeping Damon, Karma Barlow on the team. I will be picking up Clayster, my old teammate from Complexity.
I don't see that happening.
What do you mean you don't see it happening?
I'm gonna
keep going.
I'm gonna have to.
You need to get a 4th.
Since he's already picked up Karma and Clayster, I'm gonna force you to go elsewhere.
Oh, really?
This is the downside of going second.
Okay, fine. No, that's fine.
Get that
But
W.
all right. So
All
fine.
right.
Yeah, go ahead. Rebuild this team.
That's fine.
You're doing great, Crim 6, Ian Porter.
Yes.
That's tough because he took my players. All right.
Or you can just copy Jack's answer more and then switch out your fourth. Go
No,
ahead.
I am switching out a fourth. I am switching out a fourth.
Oh, this is an easy win already.
I am
You have a
picking up
chat
Clay.
all sided with me.
Clay's the best AR in the game. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
He'll be running the main bow.
So
locking
you're
down
still sticking my answer, okay.
those lanes. No.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I will be picking up... Alright, let's forget Karma. I'll pick someone else up. He took the easy way out. I'll be picking up Enable from FaZe. And I will be picking up Crim, Enable, Play.
And why did you choose to go with Enable to start this off
I think Enable is showing...
after watching his performance at the X Games?
I don't think X Games is really speaks for his entire performance in AW. I think he was extremely good on Justice, playing a different role, and then completely changed his role and got third at CoD Champs. Played very well at Champs, and then he won 2 events in Europe with myself. So that's a good pickup. I think he'll mesh well with Clay. With
Okay.
Clay opening up the lanes for Enable, he'll be able to really do dirty work in the hill, get some kills. And then my fourth player, I'll be picking up
Some hesitation.
Patrick Price. Aches.
Oh, God.
Bring back my other old teammate.
Oh, my God.
Because Black Ops 3 is a couple months away, and Aches was the top 5 player in Black Ops 2, so I'm thinking future. You wouldn't let me pick up Karma.
That was the worst answer I've ever
You wouldn't let me pick up Karma.
I have an eyelash in my eye.
I don't like either of your guys' teams.
Really?
I was gonna pick up like someone like Hook or like Temp, but then you're gonna be like, well, what about Champs? I'm like, well, yeah, obviously can't play Champs, so I avoided those players.
The people have spoken. How one-sided is that?
Quickscope.
70.
Oh, hold on, the votes are coming
The
back in
votes
my
are
favor.
still coming back.
No.
You got
See,
a
look,
whole...
101% right there. That's next level.
Okay, so in terms, so let's say,
If you, Jack, if you had said Aches instead of TP, I think that's the best possible team.
You really
yeah,
think?
you picked up an objective player in a game where an objective player is really not good on your team.
No confident in TP to slay?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying TP is an objective-based player.
I'm
seen
more
him
worried
slay.
about the in-game leader.
I mean, we saw the world champions win with a dedicated objective player. I think they can easily make it happen.
Right. What event have they won after
and
that? What event have they won before that?
And with Formal and Crim6 returning to Halo now, I'm sorry, please don't get mad at me. I'm set
Oh,
down
Chris
here.
returned to Halo.
I have two,
Why would Chris return to Halo?
I have 2 gold medals, so can you please calm down here and not get in my face?
I have a
Thank
bronze
you.
medal and a gold medal, so.
So you can easily see that the slaying power on other teams would just be lacking compared to what we see currently in the Call of Duty meta.
Yo,
So
1v1 me and Team Snipers, bro.
I easily think this is when now you're bringing this to personal one-on-ones. You've really lost this first question.
Oh, and the votes are coming back in my favor. Hold on a second.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
they are. They've been climbing back in my favor.
All
over
right,
and
we're
over
gonna
again.
give it. I'm gonna give it
Oh.
till the next minute ticks over.
Okay.
It's 4:17. Wait for
But okay, so in terms of
4:18 to pop
of my
up.
lineup, I picked up Clayster for Formal. That's an
Yep.
upgrade. Would you agree? Yeah.
It's even
Okay.
trade.
Picked up Aches, who I know I have success with him before in the past, and Black Ops 3 coming out.
4:18 on the poll. Jack wins.
Oh my God. Stop clapping so loud into my microphone. That's a tie.
Nope, sorry, we called it,
That
just like yesterday.
I prefer Max's team. Who said that? I can't. Waffles. Thank you, Waffles.
All right.
Max lost.
Future
Thanks.
rule
Hi,
for
Ricochet.
all Quickscope: you cannot pick the same people or the same answer.
And that's your fault. You know that you can't pick
You
this.
know
That's
these
mine.
laws.
That's fine. I got a question two first then.
All right. I'm not gonna award either of you. I'm not proud of either of you there. What is the most heartbreaking loss in Call of Duty history? Who's going first?
Most heartbreaking loss in the history of Call of Duty is back in Black Ops 2, MLG Full Sail Invitational, Optic, up 5-0 against Complexity on Express S&D. They lose 6 rounds in a row to get eliminated. That, if you're an OG fan, is the most heartbreaking loss in Call of Duty history. There's no doubt about it.
Young Jack.
That's definitely a heartbreaking loss, Max, but unfortunately,
Oh,
only
yeah.
only a full sail invitational. I mean,
He just said your event was only a Full Sail
no,
Invitational.
I'm going all the way back to Black Ops 2 World Championships. I'm envy going into Game 5. So much money on the line.
Game 5.
Or Game 11, sorry. There you go. Thank you for correcting me.
Why'd
on
you
that.
help him?
Yeah.
I was gonna roast.
Game
I was gonna roast.
Game 11, and now we go all the way to round 10, and we wind up losing it. Unbelievable that we lost that in a 1v1, especially Killa clutching that one up. How heartbreaking. I'm a Boys in Blue fan, dropping that series proofy. Not able to get that world championship underneath his belt. frustrating to say the least. Heartbreaking. I'm almost tearing up.
You cashed out $200,000. Wasn't the worst day of your life.
I mean, who got second place at this year's champs?
Cashed out $200,000.
Look at a second. No one remembers the second place people.
I just remembered.
Heartbreaking.
I'm going with the up 5-0, letting 6 straight rounds come back. I think that's where my vote's at. Where is the chat at?
See, now that's the tough part about going second.
That's so heartbreaking. Wait, look.
That was good. That's actually where I would have gone, I think.
Yeah. Really? I would have gone OG versus EG at Anaheim, and them choking that lead against.
Why are you harassing me from the other room?
Yes!
Young Matt, the wizard is here.
Are you goth? What are you wearing?
Matt, who is better so far on this awful
Yes,
Quickscope
come on,
episode?
folks.
How is this awful?
I swear I heard Jack say that Clay was going to play inside the
No, I did not say that.
He said.
I would never say that.
No, he said Carr must be the main battle over Clay. That's what he said.
I didn't say that either.
Yes, you did.
I said we'd have
roll back
Karma
the
run that bow and just rip everyone
Well,
in half.
so what's more heartbreaking? OG up 5-0 against your team, losing that, or getting second at champs? Like for Envy.
Oh, I mean, getting second at champs
That's
is
heartbreaking.
worse.
Really?
In round 10, game 11?
In a game
He said,
11,
he said
round
game 5
10?
At first. He said game 5 at
All right,
first.
Well, Jack,
sorry.
Jack doesn't know anything.
I was 3 sentences ahead of what I was saying. That's how typically we do it up
Max,
here.
you're a beauty. I agree. I'm a beautiful.
They're going with Max.
Bam.
The crowd.
Somebody yesterday said that Max sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Max
With a deeper
sounds
voice.
like Kermit the Frog
With a deeper voice.
with a deeper voice. I'm gonna
He also looks
I'm
like
gonna look at you
whatever.
green
Raven
from
with
now on.
hair.
Maven with hair.
That's
Sounds
the
like
best
Kermit
thing.
the Frog.
Sweet Mary Martha, mother of
All right,
mothers.
I think losing. I said you're gonna take home 200,000. You also just missed out on another 200,000. That hurts pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be too bummed to
No,
go away
no
as
World
runners
Championship
up.
rings. I mean,
But also,
fine.
Optic didn't really have a whole lot on their shoulders to beat Complexity in that tournament. I could go either way with this, but because you had the sloppy delivery and said Game 5, if
Wow,
Max, your
that's the thing that's
competitor,
gonna-
didn't save you, you were drowning, my friend.
that's the thing that I'm gonna get.
I would have if I had to pick second and he said my answer, I would have said the OG EG game. It's like you remember Wiz Castanet? He's like, it's over. They lost. Like they were up by what 30 something points, and that lead just diminished in like a matter of minutes. So 1-1.
Whatever.
Don't complain.
We gotta give him one.
Moderator.
Whew.
I feel bad for these people. They're forced to vote for one.
Yeah, it's a
What?
lose-lose situation, young Matt.
See, this is what's wrong.
Next question.
Next question. Question 3. Max won that, by the way. If you could add one thing to Call of Duty from any other FPS game, what would it be? Example, hardcore ranks from CSGO. Example 2, forge options from Halo.
And now this is making competitive better overall. Is that what we're getting at?
If you could add one thing to Call of Duty from any
Anything.
other FPS game, what would it be?
You have to go first, Jack.
Jack goes first.
Okay.
I would want overall dedicated servers through matchmaking as well as private matches to ensure that lag compensation and people getting in arguments about who hosts what is at an all-time low. I think that's one of our biggest issues right now in the game is that, man, just because they hosted 3 out of the 5 maps, they won the series. Yeah, I mentioned Forge, but typically the maps are okay enough, and I don't like the blandness of Forge maps and what we saw in Halo games. But I'll let Max talk. I think that 100% dedicated.
Neutral host. I love that
Yeah.
idea. Go ahead, young Max.
Is this an esports center question or just a game in general?
If you could add one thing to Call of Duty from any other
No, he didn't.
FPS, what would it be?
He wrote the questions. Any other FPS game?
Yes.
I would add, I think, a more consistent health bar, like in Halo or in Counter-Strike. So health doesn't regen, or I guess when Counter-Strike health doesn't regen, in Halo you have your health bar. So like damage is consistent. In Halo, a 4 shot to the head, automatic kill. You know what I'm saying? So like there are times online where bullets are wonky. People get eat or they get melted. In terms of internet connection, I would try to reduce bullet damage and That was a terrible answer because I was going to say something
Oh,
else.
he just admitted his own answer was terrible. 2 to 1.
That was all bad.
I was going to say...
2 to 1, Jack.
It said FPS game. I didn't realize that. I was going to say something like...
You know what I would
Dota.
change? Max, your answer's awful. Your answer's awful.
You
Puck
just
gets
stop talking.
cringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said add health in a game that if I see you first, you're automatically dead, regardless of whether I even have my controller plugged in.
You talking about me or you?
What? No, you would die regardless.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
no,
you're bad.
that's not the question.
I would change Call of Duty. You just make it one base game, and like Sledge, they can release a huge expansion in November, and it can be with Exos, add 10 maps to it. You just buy one base game, and then each studio adds like an expansion for it, but you can keep the same maps crossing all the different like games. So I think one of the reasons why Counter-Strike's so popular is because they've been playing the same maps for years. Like you see the game like develop on those maps. Maybe they add a map, they go back, tinker with one. I think if you had one central game and then maybe they came out, the studios each every year release like a $60 mod with a bunch of maps, some game modes and stuff. I think that would probably be the best way.
I think what the best part of your answer was what we're seeing with Call of Duty Online. Having all of the old maps still available.
Oh, yeah.
All of the
Everything.
old weapons. Total customization, I think, is going to be key. And that's something that's
The
been
longevity
lacking.
of a game like that would be huge.
Yeah.
Same time, I'm with Jack. If I'm playing, it doesn't matter if I am a pro-level competitor or just a person trying to get up on the rankings. I want to play neutral host.
It is true. But,
I don't want to be
how good is the host,
the best.
though?
The best neutral host.
We got $1 billion company back.
He said what people want. So
One thing I want to point out.
one thing I was gonna say.
Yo, Max, you are crushing it.
This guy said subclasses from Destiny and used hashtag Quickscope his own username because he voted for himself.
Yeah.
Hold on, you can't.
That's impressive.
Subclasses from Destiny. What was that? That was just unlocking, making you spend like 8 more hours to unlock Blade Dancer?
Yeah.
They're actually adding new subclasses.
And what are these new subclasses?
The Warlock gets one that I believe is...
They added a new one.
They're adding it.
Oh, Taken King.
Yeah. Warlock gets a Lightning Storm. The Hunter gets like a Void Walking Bow, like a Void damage bow.
No way.
And then the Titan gets a Fire Hammer.
Okay, that's sick.
Fire hammers rule.
Fire
I was
hammers.
like the
It's a lot better than the bubble.
Guys,
It
I
threw
can't
me
make the
off.
next Call of Duty. I work here.
It threw me off.
We're working on it though.
That would be impossible.
Matt and I are starting our own studio. It's called Banana Boys.
Banana Boys games.
I was initially gonna say like a compendium type item, but that's not from an SPS game, so I couldn't do that.
It should just be one base model and just tons of like patches, releases. That'd be cool.
I like that.
Yeah. What Matt said. Vote for Matt if you like me.
Simple,
Or, vote
simple
for
physics.
me if you like Matt.
Yeah, if we could get a Quickscope Matt added to this.
Oh, God.
All right. So, Jack, you just tied it up at 1 apiece.
Wait, I won the first one.
No, the first one was an even terrible answer from both of you.
What?
Your call, moderator.
Yeah.
Ow.
So
biased.
we're
Don't
even,
hit me.
1-1. We have seen drastic movement changes in AW that completely separates this game from other Call of Duty titles. What is the next drastic change that will redefine the Call of Duty series? Example. Should I read your example?
No, don't read because I think I'm gonna say it.
Can I go first?
Okay.
I can go first, right?
Yeah, you
guys
go
can't
first.
use my answers. It's going to be a more defined class system. You see it already with the specializations that are coming in Black Ops 3. It's going to be, instead of you running lightweight, you running lightweight, you running lightweight, we all running lightweight toughness. It's like, okay, fine, you can pick those perks, whatever, but you're a bow and arrow guy who has these passive abilities. It's going to be more like a League of Legends, like Dota, where for like a first-person shooter, like class-based system that definitely changes the game. I think, the specializations, they'll probably take that to the next level with the game after that. I think even specializations in Black Ops 3 will be huge. I think people are kind of underestimating how big of a factor this is going to be.
Yep. I like Matt's answer, even though.
Well, you can't agree with it.
Yeah, you can't agree.
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying in general.
debating.
That was just a statement because, we already know specialists.
Max, you're trying to get Matt voted higher than you. You're failing at this game.
No, the next drastic change that will redefine the CoD series is in-game watching of tournaments. You'll be able to watch eSports tournaments, MLG World Finals, in Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare 2, whatever.
Fucking hates Jack.
You'll be able
Drastic
to.
change that will redefine the COD series.
Yes.
You'll be able to watch.
You'll be able to watch esports tournaments in-game. That will redefine CoD as far as becoming, more of a public game to more of an esports-centered game. More people it'll be more competitive. People will enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Game viewing.
All right, young Jack, give me an answer here.
Now, mine, it was a similar idea to Matt's, but I think mine has to deal with, you were talking about like the weapons people use and kind of like upgrades they have. I think mine is more like defined, well, see, it sounds so similar, but it's like classes sort of thing. But it's not like speed based. It's like, all right, well, this guy has a slower movement style, but he's got more HP, so I don't know where that's coming from.
That's your cord.
So like this guy will play more, let's say in a hard point, this is the guy who's going to stay inside the hard point with extra health and kind of soak more grenades or do something along those lines. Yeah, so sort of like a tank sort of thing. Then you can have someone who's like extremely quick and might not be affected too much by stuns.
You're answering Matt's answer.
But his is more.
You're rewording it.
No.
Yeah, you're getting.
So I think for Black Ops 3 they said like 19 specializations or something like that. I think that's what they like kind of announced already. But what would be awesome for competitive is we bring back the veto system, but no maps you can pick and ban specializations pre-game.
How many bans?
So like if I know like we have Clay on our team and Clay's really good with like, you know, the bow and arrow guy, whatever, it gives him more speed, some extra stuff where he can get the vantage points. Like we pick that as our first kind of like specialization, like champion that can't be banned, and then we ban one from the other team. So I think that would add like a whole bunch to the meta because then you have to be good at 4 or 5 specializations. Going
Like
into the
Faker.
next game.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that Faker thing.
We'll bring it
just
back.
ran.
There
Yeah.
was
We'll
a
bring it all the way back. All right, so you're going with the specializations in terms of the
Classes.
pick ban, or just the fact that there's classes?
Classes. Like more defined roles and classes.
Okay, more defined roles. Jack, give me something original, not Matt's answer reworded.
Oh gosh. Oh, you're okay. I'm not even getting
Yeah,
the headset.
you're not
on.
even getting the headset.
Um,
You have to speak into it like an old telephone.
yeah, this is really awkward. He's progressively putting it closer to my mouth. I can't actually speak.
Touch his teeth. Oh, God.
I'm eating the microphone. You put me on the spot. I mean, I already gave my answer.
No, you didn't. You gave Matt's answer.
I think
Jack has 0 points right now.
How does that happen? It's 1 to 1 to 1. And look, I still won this in the votes.
Yeah, I really don't understand how you're winning right now.
I think it's just because Max's was so bad.
Max's was pretty bad. You can watch it in game.
You don't think that being able to watch esports tournaments in a game would be like drastic?
I think they're going to make it less
I got a
violent,
great
so
idea.
it's no longer mature. Anyone can access it, and anyone can play internationally.
That'd be cool. They should stream these games.
And they should make it less violent so it can appear on television, on channels like ESPN.
Splatoon.
you go.
Splatoon Call of Duty.
Splatoon onto something. That's my drastic change.
I like
Alright.
it. When
You know what? Guys, we're all winners.
when Ben gets back in the office, I'm going back to moderating so I don't lose.
How
and
is Jack
we're having a
at
2v2.
100% with no answer?
I gave a great answer.
Oh, everyone is.
If you're voting for Jack,
Oh, they all voted for Matt. I'm told by Ethan.
via Jack.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Jack, you and Matt share answers. Congratulations.
Chat, in the chat, some people think Mr. X's idea is the best thing they've ever seen, and then also people think it's the worst, the worst thing they've ever seen.
He's polarizing.
That right there is called opinions, people.
People still can't get over the fact that I yelled at Clayster like once.
People can't get over the class.
They remember things.
They'll next.
some
Next
things-
forget.
As he flips his hair. He's
All
like,
right.
"Oh, well."
Let's go to question number 5. Right now it's tied 1-1-1. Just want to point that out.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It would take us.
Question 5. 343 Industries just announced that all DLC for Halo 5 Guardians will be free. If Activision decided to follow their path, would it have a major or minor impact on the competitive Call of Duty scene?
Who goes
Max?
I
you
have to go first?
Yeah.
Jack, you went last time. You have to go first.
There you go.
Oh, we were just doing like first for him,
Yep.
first. Okay.
Yep. You're going first.
Honestly, I think it could have a major impact on the Call of Duty scene because now the big buffer right now between adding DLCs and not is that you have to pay for them. And it's a big kind of difference between, well, does everyone have the maps or doesn't? It's another thing that just separates the casual scene from the competitive scene if we use all DLC maps and they don't. Right now, we only see the addition of one, which was Drift, and honestly, some tournaments use it, some tournaments don't. In the future, if all DLC maps are free, then I think that'll bring a lot of interest to people who want to see how the maps are played, people who are just getting into watching these new maps be brought out, and now they're watching the best of the best play on them in tournaments. I think it bring a lot more interest into the Call of Duty scene, especially in the competitive side of things. And I think it's just good for everyone, having more maps added over time, gives more reason to come back and play. Like, imagine if more Skyrise maps, or they bring back Crash from COD 4, people are like, yo, let's go play it, and they don't play CoD for a couple months. Now they're interested in it again. They want to see how it's played. They can watch the best of the best do it.
Okay.
So you said major.
I think it would have a big impact, yeah.
Max, you going minor here?
It's Matt's turn.
Oh, Matt's going too.
You can go.
I'm just thinking of something crazy to kind of make an argument.
Something crazy?
See, this is why he just will always like bring out something that has nothing to do with the question.
It's good. It's good. All right, so that was Young Jack. Here's hashtag Quickscope Matt.
All right, so you know how in World of Warcraft, it's going completely off topic.
This
What?
is why Matt gets
World of
Just wow, out
Warcraft,
of
you
nowhere.
can use in-game gold to buy playtime.
Oh, yeah.
To buy playtime. What if they made like a currency in the game that was only available during like league play, like competitive esports play? That when you acquired this currency, you can buy the DLCs with it. It costs you nothing. So you force
343
people to
Industries
play.
just announced that all DLC for Halo 5
Has nothing to do
Guardians
with the
will
question,
be
yeah,
free.
yeah.
If Activision decided to follow their path, would it have a major or minor impact on the
He's
competitive
a
Call
much
of Duty
stricter.
scene?
He's a much
Vote for me.
stricter. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
Vote for me.
Man
He's a
of the
much
people.
stricter
Nate shot,
moderator.
Nate shot, Nate shot, Nate shot. Vote for me. Nate shot.
Nate Shot. Who's your favorite player, Matt?
You know, I spoke to Nate shot about this, and he said it would have a major impact.
Major impact.
Yeah,
He's a much stricter.
And why is it
moderator.
going to have a major impact?
because we have more maps to play. We wouldn't be forced to play maps like Recovery and Terrace.
Oh,
What?
Recovery was a good map.
Or like
What?
Biolab and Capture the Flag.
We're going to get rid of it.
Nah, I mean, yeah, we had to get rid of the whole game of them. But I think the more maps, obviously, the better it is for everybody. And then, I don't know.
Do I
I think it's
team
more.
up?
I think it's more important that, like, these maps carry over from game to game. Because I think, like, actually, the larger problem that, like, is gonna kind of go off on a tangent. But like, if you watch Ghosts, right, and then you watch JW, like half the game, like more than half the game modes you saw during Ghost don't even exist anymore. So now you're just like completely lost. It's like, well, what is Hardpoint? Like, I just watched Domination for a whole year. Now it's nowhere to be found. I just watched Blitz for a whole year. Now it's nowhere to be found. I think we should try and almost stick to game modes that are in all of the titles instead of just using anyone. But that has nothing to do with the
That has
question.
nothing to do with DLC.
Right.
I like your tangents.
I just went off on a tangent, yeah.
I'm going to have to
This is why
cut
he
Matt off. Matt has been cut off. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Jack's probably going to win this one.
Thank you, thank you.
Major and minor.
Yeah. Well, at
And
first,
why?
we don't know if the DLC for Halo 5 Guardians was announced so it could be on the HCS or not. It was just announced that 16 maps will be coming to Halo 5 for free by June 2016. Now, if they were to release free DLC for the competitive Call of Duty scene, I guess it would really matter if they made the maps for the competitive scene. Like we've seen, okay, we're at the third DLC now, so 12 maps have been announced. We saw Drift at Champs as really the only map out of the 12 that we used for competitive, and now obviously we have Skyrise back. People are like, oh, we want Skyrise in the game now because they're remaking old maps. So if they centered the DLC on remaking old maps, like Matt said, like you remake Crash, Overgrown, maps like that, I think it would have a major impact because then we can get to that same style that Matt was talking about where you play the same maps over and over again with different mods and the same game modes. But if they just kept on releasing like maps like Compound over and over again for free, I don't think it would have an impact at all on the competitive Call of Duty scene.
They should release Inferno.
Inferno. Put Inferno in Call of Duty.
Banana Boys.
Banana Boys.
Hashtag
Lock it
Banana
down,
Boys.
B.
With a Z.
No one gets biased.
Do you like my answer?
Well, you answered both directions, so I don't know how I would decide with that.
So wait, by default, did I just win this question?
No.
Can I give the real answer here?
Oh, God.
It would be absolutely minor. You can't even hold a massive LAN with DLC right now as it exists because DLC is
come to
tied
me,
to the
people.
gamer tag. Until you can fix that initial problem and have DLC right on the disc or right on the game, you are not going to be able to integrate your DLC on the massive level that you would want.
Matt wants to respond. Matt wants to respond.
Like original Xbox Live games, like you'll remember. You guys aren't real gamers.
You're way too
but
old.
I'll remember.
Way too young.
The DLC actually used to just come on the disc already.
Right shot.
Like the DLC would be on the disc, and then you would just buy the code to unlock it.
Nate shot.
The difference now is you actually have to physically download an HL.
I'll have to get
And I
it.
bet you have to digitally download all of the Halo 5 Guardians
Oh.
DLC
Oh, 100%.
as well.
Yeah. 100%.
So I'm gonna go with minor on this one. I think we've seen competitive Call of Duty survive with the same game modes for the entirety of a year. Black Ops 2 could still be played with the same maps. You see Counter-Strike using the same maps after a decade. I think DLC
League of Legends
not
is just
going to have
one
the
map.
biggest effect on the competitive scene, although it could be massive on the casual.
Now, do we all have 1 point?
Quickscope Puckett.
You got a point.
Quickscope Puckett just won that one. Or Jack. Who?
It was 50-50. It was 50-50.
It's 50-50?
Yeah, so you won. Just take the point.
Yes. I got a point.
I go first on this one.
Do you want a currency system back like Black Ops 1 had?
No.
First of all, explain.
Okay, so the currency...
Yeah.
Because you have no clue.
Me and Puckett are just like, yeah.
All right, so basically, the currency system kind of worked like Black Ops 2 with the unlock tokens, picturing like what you can unlock whenever you wanted it. It made no sense because you couldn't be like, oh, I'm level 1, I have $5,000, I can buy the best gun in the game. It was, I still had to hit level 25 and buy the gun. So it had really no like effect on the currency system at all. There was no currency system like you buy an AWP in the middle of the round. You're like, oh, hey, boom. It's just like, oh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Boom.
Great sound effects there.
It's pretty much like, oh, I hit level 23, the Galil's unlocked. Do I want to buy the Galil or just keep my money? I'll just keep my money, I guess. So it really had no impact on, Black Ops 1 as a whole.
Where did this question come from, young
It came from Jack.
We just threw it in there.
What
You
is
threw it
we?
in.
What is we?
We have a 4-way tie, and this is your tiebreaker question?
I got a good one.
Yeah, this is stupid.
You want a microphone?
All right, go ahead.
Matt
Give
goes
him a
second, Matt goes
microphone.
second.
Like, why don't you just have that currency system sounds stupid. Why don't you just have a currency system for like skins? I hate the fact that like in Call of Duty I have to use, or even like unlocks for my guns, that I have to use a bow and get 25 hip fire kills to get stuck.
Well,
it's like the stupidest thing ever.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you could buy camos with the money too.
Oh, well then no, that's fine then. But
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the fact that you can't just kind of just pick, like buy the attachments right off the bat. That I have to go into a
you
pub.
You can buy the attachments too.
Well, oh, in this one?
In Black Ops 1, yeah, but but you still had
so
to hit.
what's-
You
so
still had to
what's
hit the
wrong
level to unlock the gun. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like you can buy the gun whenever you wanted. You still had to level up.
So the only thing you should change it is just not
Right.
have to level up. No.
No.
So this is kind of a stupid question.
Yeah, this question
this
is
kind
not
of a
very
stupid
good.
question.
Oh.
All right, let's send it back to the question
Yeah,
master.
there you go,
You
Sarah
asked
Jack.
this question. What was your answer when you were thinking of
Nate
putting
shot.
this on paper?
Nate shot. I think we should definitely bring it back, but revamp it.
Copy
And
two
here's what I'm
days.
saying by that, because Max is making generalizations that, oh my gosh, because one part was bad, don't bring it back. Then
Factor.
remove that weird part of the currency system. One of the most fun parts of Black Ops 1 was the wager systems in which you could go and play the party games, wager the amount on it, and then win based off of that amount. If you won that game mode, well, possibly now bring it onto its next level. We see UMG has their own sort of wager matches that they have go down.
That's
Make
real
it,
life money.
well, make it in-game and make it that sort of thing. It would be great to see you be able to start up a custom game or a match with our dedicated hosts that we now have from the question earlier, because that's what we want, something to revamp the Call of Duty scene, and put down that currency on it, and then maybe it can be used to unlock certain DLCs, or can be used to unlock certain parts of the game that are extremely rare, and give people tiers, give people something to work towards. I think that's a big thing that Call of Duty needs and suffers from right now, is that really the only replayability you have on it is just kind of beating people over and over in public matches, since there's not super dedicated ranks in the game like Counter-Strike, or League of Legends, or StarCraft.
So you want a currency system so you can bet people on a dedicated server?
I think that'd be fun.
Real life money? You said real
How is
life-
it stupid?
you
That'd be,
said-
that
want-
gives you something to play for.
You want real life money in the game, pretty much you're saying, right?
A currency
It
system?
sounds
I'd
like
say
you
cash
want a
out, but-
currency system that is nothing like Black Ops 1, in my opinion.
I said the word revamp. I said revamp.
So you said no.
I said revamp.
But
I
no,
said
he
the word
did
nation
keep
25
the
times
same
on the one.
feature, the wagering. So, I don't know. I hear you, Jack. I think that's a terrible idea. Why not put something better in?
What do you want?
Like
What's
if
better
I
one?
was answering this and being like, hell no, you should build this and lay out the ideal situation.
Right.
You know what? Today we were all winners.
Just disappointed in all of you.
Yo, once Benson gets back,
If
I'm
I
go-
played Black Ops 1, I've had the best answer to
No,
that.
no, honestly, you want to know why this question was put in? Because about like 40 minutes or 30 minutes before the show went live, Parasite was saying that he was going to join Enigma 6
Oh, yeah.
for Season 3 relegation, so we had a whole question about that. And then we were like, oh wait, it's not happening, so we need to
can't
throw
do
in a
that.
sixth
Yeah.
question. And that's what happened.
Yeah. So once Benson gets back, I'm going back to moderating, and we're having 2-on-2. Quickscope.
Dose on dose?
Dose on dose. 2v2.
They always win.
No, I'm saying you put Ben like
Yeah.
with.
And Ben doesn't really make an argument. He just yells at you.
You gotta put Ben and
you-
I on the
not
same
me.
team. Just bounce it out with some likable personality. And Benson. Just kidding. All right, boys, that's it for the Quickscope. We're all losers today, but thank you guys for sending in your answers. We still got our Black Ops 2 throwback coverage. It's coming up next right here on the ESR. Don't go anywhere.